Hi everybody. So since recently, if you guys weren't counting, I have reached my 100th video recently. This ain't my 100th video. This is one of them. But since I reached it recently, I want to celebrate the occasion with this video. So you guys are probably wondering, where the hell did she get all these ideas from? Who are her heroes? Who has inspired It has inspired her? Because all you're getting on me is a bunch of movies and stuff like that, and video games with this. And this is all good, but you guys about probably want to know more about what inspired me to even do any of this stuff. So I'm gonna show the list has changed since I made this list. So I made some go down lower, some go up higher, stuff like that. So it's not what's here. It's not what's here. But I do have a list that is the top 10 people who have inspired me. Um, honorable mentions. My family. Those are my honorable mentions. I I do I so I still do. I love you guys, but there's not any videos of you guys on the internet like these guys. So I can show. Um, so number 10. Um, we have lost lot. We lost this one very recently, about 3 years ago. Yeah, it's already been 3 years. Um, Mr. Robin Williams. Yes, the guy who played the genie, Mrs. Doubtfire, Jumanji, and Peter Pan and Hook. He he was a really great man. He just couldn't deal with the fact that he's no longer couldn't control his body. So if he would have lived longer and actually had where he would actually try to do stuff and try to deal with his disease, maybe he would have been higher. But he still makes me laugh. Like this scene right here where we talk about
Once,
golf.
a linguistic adventure. Go drinking with a Scotsman. Because you can't fucking understand them before.
Yeah.
You land in Scotland
Yep.
and they're going,
That's right, Robin. Golf. So, um, and that's what I love about him. He's always, and no matter how many times I watch his movies, he's still able to make me laugh. Not many comedians can continue making me laugh no matter how many times I watch them. But he's one of the very few that still makes me laugh no matter how many times I watch his watch his movies. So, my number 9 is Carrie Fisher. She, you know, Princess Leia, and she also helped out a lot of people who had disabilities. She like helped people out who are bipolar, because she is also bipolar. So she and other people with other disabilities, she understands what they're going for, and she tried her best to help those people and stuff like that. So, and she also got over a bunch of her own stuff, her own addiction. So, but sadly, she died too. But unlike Robin Williams, she died of natural causes. She didn't she didn't try to take her own life. So she went up higher because she went when she was meant to go. So that's my number. So we're so the force is with you guys. The force is strong with this one. So number um number um 8 is a very inspired woman. She did stuff first. Now, I don't want to be a pilot like her, but she inspired women to do something first and not care what men say. So, Amelia Earhart. So, even though it took forever to find her body and her plane, because we were looking at all the wrong places. So, she did go across. Since she was the first person to woman to fly an airplane. Like I said, I'm not really into flying airplanes. So, but I like the fact that she was the first person to do that. So that's why she's number 8. So my number 7. This guy is really, really scary. He has done a bunch of things scary, but to be a villain in a lot of movies, you have to be scary. So much so, you don't need to laugh. All you need to do is smile, like he does in this video.
There can be many kinds, can't there?
See, the
In
laugh's still
opera,
evil.
when somebody's
But
evil,
he
they finish
tells
the
that
aria
lady,
and they go,
oh, you don't need to laugh.
something
You
like
need to
that.
is
What's your most evil laugh?
No laughter at
So,
all. Just to
nice
look
to know that you don't
and
need
smile.
a laugh, you just need to. So, that's why he's number 7. So now number 6 is the guy who we owe Narnia to, C.S. Lewis. Yeah, he was a British man that went to college. So so, and he also made Narnia. So where would we be without Narnia? And for people who don't know, he died the same as the day President Kennedy died. So, day that President Kennedy died, I also remember him. So, since they both died on the same day. So, also, here's some quotes from him. So, you also have, so after him, it's also another author. Him, we would not have Lord of the Rings. We would not have The Hobbit. So, here is J.R.R. Tolkien, which is number 5. He was a great guy. A lot of these people died before I was even thought of. So, I kind of wish I was born before this time period, because a lot of these people died before I was even thought of. And but when these numbers, my number 7 guy Christopher Lee got to meet him before he went, which is why he's on here also. So because he got to meet my hero, even though I didn't get to. So, and I do like, because where would we be without these books from these great authors? Where would fantasy be? Because basically every single fantasy books are now trying to do what these 2 authors did. And the fact is, these 2 authors went to college together. They knew each other. So these guys pretty much, and they collaborated and related to each other. So these guys were best friends, and that's why I like these. That's why I like these two authors. So my number 4 is, well, yeah, here's some, is, I'll let him say it, because he says it a lot better than me. Here's the video.
Holy smokes. Whoo! Danger, danger, danger.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Danger, danger, danger. See, I can't do as well as he can. Which is Steve Irwin. I like him because I used to watch him when I was in school, when I was in grade school, and he helped me see animals who I thought were scary, beautiful. He made crocodiles, beautiful. He made snakes, beautiful. He made reptiles, beautiful. And he showed that just because something may be scary, just because does not mean it can't be beautiful. Because every time he hold one of those things, he showed the beauty in those creatures. Even if they are dangerous, even if they are scary, they are still beautiful creatures. And he helped me see that. So I thank him for helping me see that. And I do miss him. So I'm happy his daughter is carrying on his legacy. So that was my number. That's my number 4. And my number 3 is the one who is still alive out of this list. So let's hear him say it first before I say his name. That's right, Stanley. Excelsior! So, yep. Where would we be, guys, right now? What would we be making films of without this guy? What? Tell me. No, because pretty much all we would have now is the Warner Brothers movies, and we know the Warner Brothers aren't doing so well. I mean, so in the Warner Brothers superhero movies, so they're not doing so well right now. But where would we be without him? Half of these, pretty much every single one of the Marvel movie characters were made because of him, and the ones that he did not make, those would not have been made because of him. Because some of those characters that were made after he made those, we would not have those characters, even though he did not make them, because they would not have the idea to put them into those groups if he did not make those characters or co-create them with somebody. So he also when he says, "Do you want to build a universe? Build a universe." So, but he's pretty much saying, "Do you want to build something? Build something." So I like that quote a lot. So that's my number 2. My number 3. My number 2 is here is his last.
Good evening, friends. I'm sorry to have to welcome you to this invitational showing of Follow Me Boys in this way. I'd give anything to be there with you, but this seems to be one of those times I'm tied down here at the studio night and day.
We miss him.
Of course, it's always this way when we're shooting a picture.
He taught me something.
And it so happens we're in the middle of shooting one right now. It's a comedy feature called Blackbeard's Ghost, starring Peter Ustinov, Dee Jones, and Susan Pleshette. Now, we've completed quite a few pictures since finishing Follow Me Boy.
Look at my review, but
there's one special one that I just have to mention. It's titled The Happiest Million.
You're allowed.
This is one we call a happy family musical. It's the true story of the fabulous Anthony Drexel Biddle family of Philadelphia in the era of 1917. Now, the stars are Fred McMurray,
that
a real Disney favorite, as Mr. Biddle, the lovely Greer Garson as Mrs. Biddle,
because you can't
two newcomers,
you can't stand being around that person.
Leslie Ann Warren and John Davidson,
don't hold a
playing
grudge.
Cordelia Biddle and Angie Duke.
Pat has taught me that. So thank you, Walt Disney. I am grateful for that lesson. Yeah, so unlike these other 9, my number 1, I met this person. Without this person, I would not exist. Without this person, my mom would not exist. Without this person, her siblings would not exist. Without this person, my siblings would not exist. So, this is my grandfather, William Max Sherry. He played Santa Claus for 15 years. And when I was 3 years old, when he was still playing Santa Claus, my mom said, "That's your grandpa." I'm like, no, that's Santa Claus. When I see him, when I think of Santa Claus, I still see my grandfather. I don't see the person who died and who died a long time ago, who was in Hungary or Turkey, one of those two. But I don't imagine him. I imagine my grandfather, because to me, he was Santa Claus, and when he died, Santa Claus died. That's how I stopped believing in Santa Claus, because he died. So, you guys might have seen him on TV. You might have, because he's been on TV. Hasn't done what all these guys done, but he still was on TV. So he has been on TV in two different occasions. He's been on TV with Church of Fried Chicken commercial, which is this one.
Going for a little midnight snack of some Church's chicken. Ah! 911! Santa Claus is in my kitchen eating my Church's chicken. It ain't broke no toys at all.
And he was also
this holiday, get 10 big pieces of juicy marinated chicken, sweet corn, and large mashed potatoes for just $9.99. Gotta love that deal.
And get that livestock off of my roof. Gotta love it.
For all those other kids, and then some.
What would you like for Christmas?
Yeah. I don't think I can be Santa Claus. I do like kids, but I don't want the same wishes that you did with that kid. I would tell the kid, okay, get off. Let's have to.
Open up the other factory. We need some.
You guys enjoyed the video.
Is that all you want, huh? Nothing else? What are you going to say, good boy? You haven't finished yet, have you?
No, what did that mean?
That's what I...